10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
The battle begins!
Prepare for battle.
Money and bones!
Yes! Faster!
I declare certainty that this one is in the bag.
On! Let's go! I thought as much.
30 seconds to battle.
I'll not argue. Indeed. Here I come! Forward. It's all fun and games until someone's frozen solid. I move! To battle! Swiftly! Agreed. Into the breach! The ice wolves are under attack! Yes! Down you go! On! Let's go! Indeed. Here I come! Forward. Faster! I'll not argue. Aren't you nice? I move! Swiftly! I thought as much.
No.
Agreed. To battle. My temperature's dropping. Into the breach. Swiftly. I move. Let's go. Indeed. Forward. Agreed. Yes.
Hello, hello.
Into the breach. Faster. Here I come. I'm under attack. I'll not argue.
Face it. You're
I thought as much.
First blood.
Battle.
First blood!
Into the breach.
Hello. You sound so young.
It's not done yet. Swiftly. Into the night. To the frozen waste with you.
Well,
Here I come. Forward. I thought as much.
Oh. ZAI-Gesicht mit offenem Mund und Schweißträne.
I'll not argue. I move. Faster. On. Battle.
denied.
Let's go. Indeed. Yes. Agreed. To battle. I move. I'm under attack. I thought as much. Yes. Here I come. Into the breach. On. Indeed.
Nice.
Faster.
My blade is
Your middle tower is under
I'll not
attack.
argue.
The flames rush forward.
Agreed.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Here's ice in your eye. Swiftly. Let's go. Into the breach.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Faster. Fall at my feet. Outwit his back.
is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Indeed. I thought as much. I'll not argue.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Agree. To battle.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Let's go. Here I come. On. Forward. I move. Yes.
Never refuse gold given.
Fall at my feet,
Swiftly.
peasant.
Yes. Fangs of ice. My ice bites deep. Ice, take you.
Balance
Here I come.
in all things.
Swiftly. Into the breach. Let's go. Forward.
Finest work.
To battle. Agreed. I move. Indeed. I thought as much. Faster. Not bad.
The enemy's top tower is falling.
I'm under attack. Die. Your blood froze. I'll not argue. Faster. Indeed.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Attack. Drop it. The ice wolves fight. My ice bites deep.
Fall at my feet, peasant.
Agreed.
Comforting rune of regeneration.
Yes. I take you. Swiftly. On. I'll not argue. I move. I thought this'll come in handy. Let's go. Swift as the wolves of Icerack. Into the breach.
Your top tower is under
battle.
attack.
Fall at my feet, peasant.
Forward.
Your top tower is under attack.
Here I come. Agreed.
Your top tower is under attack.
On.
Your top tower is under attack.
Yes. I'll
Your
not
top
argue.
tower has fallen.
Frost bites. Swiftly.
Your middle tower is under attack.
I thought as much. Forward. To battle. Into the breach. Here I come. Die. Let's go. Indeed. I move. Faster. Swiftly. You only live ice. I thought as much.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Fangs of ice. I'll not argue. Indeed. To battle. Ooh, faster. Down you go. I move. Into the breach. I'll freeze you fast. Agreed. On. Let's go. Faster.
The enemy's bottom tower has been denied.
Yes. Here I come. I move. Plane. I thought as much. Faster. Here I come. Let's go. Into the breach.
Take that as tribute.
Swiftly!
Your middle tower is under attack.
Here's ice in your eye. To battle.
Balance in all things.
Agreed. Yes. On. I thought as much. Yes. Here I come. I'll freeze you fast. Ah! Swiftly! Faster! To battle!
Your bottom tower is under attack.
I move!
Your middle tower is under attack.
I'll not argue. Let's go! Indeed. The ice wolves bite. Into the breach. Forward. Forward. To battle. On. I've got goosebumps. Swiftly.
Radiant
I'll not argue.
structures are fortified.
Agreed. I move. Faster. This'll come in handy. Into the breach. Yes. I thought as much.
Never refuse gold given.
Here I come. Crystal Maiden. More like Crystal Belt.
Idiot.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Her face, I see.
Is he? To battle. Swiftly. Here I come. Indeed.
Your middle tower is under
Into
attack.
the breach. I'll not argue. I thought as much. On. Faster.
for you.
I move. Forward. Yes.
Fall at my feet, peasant.
Faster. Into the breach. I move. Let's go. I'll not argue. Here I come. Agreed. Invisibility. To battle. Forward. Swiftly. Mine. I thought as much. On. Indeed. I move. Yes. To battle. I'm not ready. Let's go. On.
Dire's structures
I
are
thought as
fortified.
much. I'll not argue. Here's ice in your eye. Into the breach. Faster. Here I come. Forward. Swiftly. Agreed. Not yet. Indeed.
А зачем тебе на СК 3 смока? Ты всю игру просто смокиску.
Into the breach.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Indeed. Let's go.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Swiftly. Yes. Here I come. Faster. I move. It's not time yet. I thought as much.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
I'll not argue. Agreed. Here I come. I feel colder already. Die. Yes.
Forth and will
Agreed. Into the breach. I move. Had enough for you.
But you needed thawing. Your top tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Your bottom tower is under attack.
I thought as much. Forward.
Your bottom tower has fallen.
Let's go. Drop it. Battle. Indeed. Here I come. Down you go. Indeed. On. I'll not argue. Swiftly. I thought as much.
Chicken now.
Your middle tower has fallen. Your middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
I move.
Oh, wait a idiot.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Frost rights. Let's go. Into the breach. Agreed. Let's not time that. Yes. Forward. To battle. Attack! Indeed, this'll come in handy.
Is over.
I'll not argue. Into the breach! Forward. Yes! Let's go. I move. To battle.
Your top tower is under attack.
I always was.
Sorry, sister, but you needed thawing.
I'll take
Your
that
top
as
tower
tribute.
is under attack.
Compliments of the Kazurai.
To restore her to the nest of
That wasn't too bright.
I didn't see that. Agreed. Not yet. Faster. Swiftly. On.
At my feet. Away then, idiots.
I got as much. Here I come.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Let's go. It's not time yet.
Just a maiden.
My blade has tasted better.
Dire's courier has been killed. The enemy's top tower has fallen.
On. Into the breach.
Double damage.
Change. Forward. I'll not argue. I got it.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
I move. Here I come. Yes.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
To battle. Agreed. Swiftly.
my feet, peasant.
To battle. I'll not argue. Faster. Let's go. Indeed. On. I thought as much. Not yet. Here I come. I move. Forward. Into the breach. On. Ice Lady. Faster. Here I come. Let's go. I move. Is it cold in here? Or is it just me? Swiftly.
I'll fall at my feet, peasant.
Forward. Into the breach. I thought as much. Agreed. I'll not argue.
Dire structures are fortified.
My eyes. Bang twice.
The enemy's bottom barracks are falling.
Faster.
The enemy's bottom barracks are falling. Dire structures are fortified. The enemy's middle barracks. Radiant's courier has been killed. Your top tower is under attack. The enemy's top tower has fallen.
The ice is falling. Indeed.
Your top tower has fallen.
I thought as much. Yes. Here I come. Swiftly.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Into the breach. Agreed. It's not time yet. I'll not argue. Swiftly. I thought
Radiant
doesn't it?
structures are fortified.
Indeed. Ah! Fangs slice. I move. Yes. Into the breach. Faster. Let's go. Agreed. It's not time yet. To battle. Into the breach. Agreed. Swift as the wolves of Iceland. Not yet. Indeed. Yes.
The fool. The fool. A new beginning, a rebirth.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. The night sees all.
Are we the idiots?
It goes without saying.
Look
This
out
one is
for
in the
battles.
bag.
This one's in the bag. Isn't that a pretty thing?
Yes.
By starlight. On the hunt. On the prowl. Quickly now. Absolutely. Illuminating. 30 seconds to battle. Let's go. Far the night. I'm not ready. Yeah! The battle begins.
Are we
We
the
ride.
idiots?
Let's go. Yes. What do you see? Stalking. Yeah. Good plan. Night. I'm under attack. Yes. Absolutely. Let's go. Let's go. Far the night. On the hunt. Catch me. You will have lunar light. Try to run. Stalking. We ride. By starlight. Yeah. Yes. Illuminating. On the prowl. What? Good plan. Yeah.
First blood.
Quickly now. Red moon. Stalking. On the hunt. Fear the moon. Absolutely. On the prowl. Let's go.
چقدر خوششانس این اسنپر مگه میشه؟ Bro, it's an Wadi's language, man. From Wadiya. You know what is Wadiya? Luna, bro. I'm talking to you. Wadi's. How about Wadi's? Wadia is a beautiful place, man.
Yes. Here. Let's go. Lucent beef. Yes,
See, this is Wadi's power.
we ride. What do you see? Illuminating. You want us? Now.
Polish my armor in your blood.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower is under attack. By starlight. Quickly now. The night sees all. Good plan. Here. What do you see? On the prowl. Dire's structures are fortified. The hunt. Illuminating. The night sees all. Good plan. Salamene commands. Unworthy. Pressing bottom. Yes. Strong. Piercing light. Slice. Taste my steel. Ha-ha! Yes. On the hunt. Absolutely.
The Snap is joining. Snap,
go.
Luna, the Snap is on you. Back. He has invisibility.
night.
Back. Well played. He has invis.
Quickly now. Let's go. Here. Insignificant.
Pluck is mid lane all the time. I need help.
For night silver.
یه سر وسط این کلاک داره میگاد من کسیش.
By starlight. Your middle tower is under attack. Attack! We ride. Your middle tower is under attack. On the prowl. Let's go. A new moon.
Burn, baby,
Start.
burn.
Absolutely. Slice. Another attack has been killed. Here.
Are we the idiots?
Here.
I did play with you in the
Thanks.
previous game. Bench.
Yes. Good plan.
Lamo.
A harvest moon. Into battle.
اینا همون جاگینات دست قبل
Your
اشکن.
middle tower is under
Benjamin.
attack. Sees all.
Money to burn.
Illuminating. Your middle tower is under attack. Quickly now.
Bottom is missing.
Snap is joining top. Snap them, snap this one. Back.
Yes. Radiant's courier has been killed. On the hunt. Stalking. Fire them. Weakling. What do you see? Let's go. Yes. The night sees all. On the hunt. Fire the night. Your middle tower is under attack. Absolutely. Your middle tower is under attack. Yes. By starlight. Your middle tower is under attack. Salamene commands. Let's go. Dire's structures are fortified. Illuminating. Stalking. Your bottom tower is under attack. Quickly now. The moon smiles upon me. We ride. Your middle tower is under attack. Yeah! Let's go. Your middle tower is under attack. What do you see? Crescent steel. Your bottom tower has fallen. Catch you. Good plan. Into battle. Quickly now. We ride. Good plan. Your top tower is under attack. On the hunt. Your top tower is under attack. What is this? Blessings upon
Your top
loyal
tower
warrior.
is under attack.
Here. Absolutely.
Your top tower is under attack.
Poor wee thing. Let's go. Blessings upon a loyal warrior. Yes. Yes. Illuminating. Eclipse. Stalking.
On the prowl. Not yet. Heads up. This will hurt.
Your middle tower has fallen.
Attack! The night sees all.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Heads up! Priscilla Mayonnaise!
Your top tower has fallen.
The moon waxes and far the night. We ride. Heads up. By starlight. What do you see? A dark moon. Pia! Good plan. The night sees all. Blessed be the night. Absolutely. On the hunt. Unworthy. Who dares? Yes. On the prowl. Yeah! Illuminating. Yes.
Dire structures are fortified.
Stalking. Quickly now. Far the night. Let's go. Yeah. Death approaches. Who dares? Run them down! Absolutely. Moon's blessings. Far the night.
Your bottom
They
tower
will
is
find
under
my
attack.
blade sharp and cruel. On the prowl. Yes. With pleasure.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Stalking.
Your bottom tower is under
Yeah.
attack. The enemy's top tower has fallen. Dire's structures
Let's
are
go.
fortified.
Unworthy. Yes.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Quickly now. Illuminating. Let's go. The night sees all. We ride. What do you see?
Are we the idiots?
I'm seriously getting
starlight.
tired of this place.
Who dares? 4. Attack. Piercing light. Good plan. Heads up. They will fear me. On the hunt. Let's go. Yes.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
By starlight.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Go.
Good
If you can
plan.
stop someone. Bench.
Illuminating. On the hunt. Absolutely. For the cause. Red Moon.
Double kill.
For the night.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Manta style. The night sees all.
It's too late for Radiance, man. Don't for Radiance. It's too late for Radiance.
I'm under attack. Well done.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower is under attack.
Yes.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom
Let's
tower
go.
has fallen.
The sky alight.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. What do you see? Salamene commands. Quickly now, attack! We ride! On the prowl. We ride! Quickly now! Lucent beam! Yes? Let's go. Death approaches.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Starlight. Not yet. Let's go. For the night.
Your middle tower is under attack.
The night sees all.
Dominated.
Try to run. Incoming. Illuminating. For Dark Moon. What do you see?
Your middle tower is under attack.
No mercy. Hya! Stalking. Good plan. A harvest moon. On the hunt. Fear the moon. By starlight. Yes. On the prowl. I'm on your attack. Run them down.
The enemy's middle tower has been denied.
On the hunt. Hya! Slice. Yes. That it. The night sees all. Quickly now.
Silence.
Illuminating.
The scales balanced.
What do you see? On the prowl.
Your middle
Let's
tower
go.
is under attack.
We ride.
Your middle tower is under
Good
attack.
plan. Absolutely.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Far the night. Stalking.
Your middle tower has
mercy.
fallen.
Regeneration. Poor thing. Yes. Hya! Let's go. Stalking. On the hunt. Yes. The night sees all.
Your top tower is under attack.
Let's go. Far the night. Illuminating. On the prowl.
Dire's structures
Good
are
plan.
fortified. Your top tower is under attack.
The night settles in.
Your top tower has
Quickly now.
fallen.
Unstoppable.
Hya!
Greetings, my friend.
Absolutely. We ride.
Your top tower is under attack.
Heads up. Catch. Salamene commands. Hya! What do you see? By starlight. Yes. With pleasure. Taste my steel.
I'm open all night.
Let's go. Yeah. Is that the hunt? Ha! I'm done being merciful. Yeah.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Absolutely. Into battle.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Let's go.
Your bottom tower has fallen.
On the ground.
Your bottom barracks are under attack.
Salamene commands.
Your bottom barracks has fallen. Your bottom barracks
Let's
has
go.
fallen.
For Salamene. For the night. Yes, I'm under attack.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Monster kill.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen. Your middle barracks has fallen. Your middle barracks are under attack.
No, I missed you. We ride. A harvest moon. Heads up. What do you see? On the hunt. Crescent steel. Yes. Good plan. By starlight, stalking. Thanks. You won't escape. Quickly now. The night sees all. The moon waxes and my mercy wins. I'm under attack. Salamene commands.
Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen. Your middle barracks are under attack. Your middle barracks has fallen. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen. Dire victory.
The strange alien matter, colloquially known as SAM, seems to be in its dormant crystalline state, meaning it won't break down your body into its base atomic components on touch. This living matter is extremely versatile and has countless applications. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application, as well as a secure method of awakening.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers, Game Director on Path of Exile, and welcome to GGG Live. We have massive changes to show you today with Path of Exile Curse of the Oriflame, which is coming out next week on July 25th. Twitch drops are enabled on today's livestream, so you'll be able to claim your Abyssal Soul Shatter rare finisher effect by following the instructions below. Let's not keep you waiting though. Roll the trailer for Path of Exile Curse of the Oriflame.
The Oriflame calls us to the sea. To a lost wreck that still draws ghostly breath. A curse down below. With my lanterns, we can explore the sea floor. We must find the source of the Oriflame before the brine rot. Somewhere in the blackest depths, bounty and death await. Come find your fortune in the depths of the sea.
In today's stream, we'll be walking you through all the details of Path of Exile Curse of the Oriflame, where you'll comb the ocean floor discovering sunken artifacts of forgotten origins, fight the horrors of the deep, and do your best to keep from being crushed by the waters above you. We're revisiting some familiar mechanics to bring new life to systems that have begun, perhaps, to show their age. Abyss and Legion will both be receiving significant upgrades, including a new pinnacle boss for Abyss and a new chase crafting system for unique items in Legion. In addition to revamps of the existing leagues though, we're also bringing back some old friends. The Mercenaries of Trathus are making their way back to Rayclast. Then we'll explain our new endgame system, where you'll join Kirak in investigating anomalies appearing on the Atlas. After that, we'll discuss the character and skill balance coming in Curse of the Oriflame. Finally, we'll cover our new set of supporter packs, after which we'll have a live Q&A session where Ziggy D will interview Path of Exile's game director Mark, as well as game designers Octavian and Andrew, answering your questions from Twitch chat. After the livestream, we'll drop the full patch notes at 11 AM NZT. So let's get started. I'll hand things over to Mark to introduce the new league.
Hi, I'm Mark Roberts, game director on Path of Exile. In Path of Exile Curse of the Oriflame, a long-forgotten mystery has begun to stir beneath Rayclast seas. Hidden in the icy depths lie strange and immensely powerful treasures, waiting for those bold enough to claim them. Meet Valerie, a dangerous Corsair captain who needs boots on the ground and on the sea floor to help her retrieve these treasures and unlock their potential. This is where you come in, to help her find the charts scattered across Rayclast. Then, use those to guide her ship to the patch of brine that holds loot for the taking. In return, you'll get a cut of the profits. These lost charts are guarded by the undead, rival Corsairs, or horrible creatures of the deep. Each of these monster encounters will also have a custom bonus for defeating the enemies. For example, successfully defeating the accursed undead that guard this treasure chest will cause the grateful trapped soul inside to grant you its power, possessing you and granting you ghastly power for the rest of the area. Once a chart is in hand, you'll board the good ship, the Sovereign, Valerie or Val's reappropriated Oriathan naval vessel. Here, Val introduces you to the heart and soul of her ship, quite literally. Vesper, another Pondium native like Val, is bound to this ship. His soul burns with the Oriflame's curse, and were his comatose body to be removed from the ship, he would surely die. The silvery apparatus that lines the bows and eaves of the vessel allow him to steer the Sovereign anywhere in Rayclast's waters. Using the chart you've brought, Vesper can navigate to a location so you can scout it for Val, and while doing so, claim whatever treasures there might be. How, though, will you avoid a watery grave once sunk below? Vesper controls a spark of the Orflame, a powerful and mysterious magic, which has been imbued into a number of devices aboard the ship, chief among them the bathysphere. This entirely safe and well-tested contraption of rivets, bolts and metal will be your ticket beneath the waves to explore and plunder. While scouting the depths, in order to not need an ample supply of air, we're instead going to place all-flame lanterns. These are conduits of the power that keeps Vesper alive and bound to the ship, and give you the temporary safety you need to do that exploring. Without them, you will drown. The first of these is strapped to the bathysphere and activates on landing, rushing the water away to reveal horrifying monstrosities, lost treasures, and a strange luminous coral growing from the corrupted dead in the oceans of Rayclast. These strange growths are the real reason Val has asked you to plumb these waters, as the coral can be broken down into dead man sulfur, the fuel that keeps Vesper's light burning. As you get to the perimeter of the safety provided by an all-flame lantern, Val will drop more down at your request. There's also an option available to have new lanterns fired automatically for you as soon as you need them, if you prefer speed over fine control. Explore and claim what you can while you can. Lost fortunes of gold, chests of valuables, and lurking threats all lie in wait for you beneath the waves. You might even find the odd lost missive, waylaid on its travel to its intended recipient. But hey, finders keepers, right? Beware though, as Vesper can only power so many lanterns at once, and that power is finite. On placing the last of your lanterns, they will begin, one by one, to flicker and fade, and the creatures of the deep will rush in as they sense the vanishing of the light. You'll have to rush back to the safety of the bathysphere, escaping the cold clutches of creatures that despise the light you bring. You'll want to place every lantern though, as exploring to collect enough dead man sulfur is the only way to successfully chart the area for the next step, planning a voyage. Val will keep a record of the areas you've charted, storing details in her journals. Once you've charted enough areas, just talk to Val, place your charts on Val's board, connect them together, and create one giant seafloor excursion. Each area you chart will reveal a special modifier that applies when it is used as part of a voyage, applied to either the charts adjacent to it or the whole voyage. Here are a few examples. This modifier causes all equipment dropped by monsters in adjacent charts to be converted to gold. This modifier will spawn friendly jellyfish alongside every pack of monsters in your voyage, which you will promptly slaughter for extra loot and experience, we're sure. This modifier causes all monsters in adjacent charts to be empowered by wildwood wisps. With 9 positions on your board for charts when constructing a voyage, these can stack up fast. There are also charts which can take you to specially rewarding areas of the ocean floor. Fields of anchors strewn with treasure chests full of loot, Kalguran shipments lost at sea, and sunken abyssal pits teeming with monsters, to name just a few. There are even some ancient artifacts you might find and resurface. Additionally, the edges of the voyage board track the currents of corruption flowing through the waters of Rayclast, with randomized effects being rolled with each new voyage to affect the charts placed adjacent to them. These add even further rewards to your voyages, and can shake up the way you choose to place your charts. Stack all of that together, and a well-planned voyage, with a bit of luck, can be a very profitable endeavor. But with so much loot to claim, how are you going to get it all to the surface? Val has a solution for just that problem. In each of the charts that comprise your voyage, there will be a capsule waiting for you, sent down by Val, which can store about an inventory worth of loot. Stuff these full, send Val a signal, and she will pull it back up to the surface, safe and sound. Since voyages are built of 9 charts, that's a lot of opportunities to send back plenty of valuables. Once you're satisfied with the plunder from your well-planned voyage, find any of these capsule locations and call the bathysphere to it as your ticket out. Val will send it down to your rescue, as fast as she can. You just need to survive until it gets there. Good luck! Once you do, don't forget to empty all those capsules full of loot. Now, back to all that dead man sulfur that you've been hard at work gathering. Is that just to keep the Sovereign afloat and Vesper alight? No, it's not. Once you've got a bunch of it, head below decks, and you'll find the heart of the ship at work. Whilst Vesper's body remains above deck, burning away in a contraption of tarnished pipes and corpse-stained glass resides Vesper's soul, and you'll find him to be a pretty crafty fellow, if a bit melancholy. That's where this league's item crafting system comes into play. Give Vesper an item, alongside a currency that you could normally use on that item, and an ample supply of Dead Man's Sulfur. That item is then split into a multitude of ghostly forms, each of which will be the result of having applied that currency to the original item. You can then pick which of the ghostly outcomes you like best to keep for yourself. The others will go up in smoke, as Vesper can only reify a single outcome. This can be done with almost any crafting step you'd like. Want to see a few outcomes for that influenced exalted orb? Perhaps you've got a particularly expensive fossil combination you want to get maximum value out of. Do be wary though, as the more potent the craft, the more sulfur Vesper will require to see it done. That's not all, however, as the seafloor hides some yet undiscovered potential in the form of rare and valuable ducats. These can be consumed by Vesper to warp and twist items in ways not seen in centuries, such as Kishara's Ducat, which creates 4 ghostly copies of an item, each of which will keep 1 mod from the original, perfect for creating powerful crafting bases. The Gentile's Ducat, which can solve item or gem requirement problems by changing one attribute to another. And Brine Hook's Ducat, with which you can become an emissary of the gods of Rayclast. Who knows what these aspects might do? These Ducats come from special types of charts, so keep an eye out for them on your travels throughout Rayclast. You may even find some that lead you to notably unwelcoming waters. So that covers the new league, and for the first time in Path of Exile, we're finally going under the sea. Some might even say this is the first real boat league. But that's not all, not even close. Next up, we've got an old favourite making a return. The mercenaries of Trathus are once again roaming Rayclast, looking for hapless fools to duel. Mercenaries will start appearing from Act 3 in San. Before beginning a duel, you'll be offered an overview of the mercenary you've encountered. Here, you can see the gear they have equipped and the skills they employ. As per the Trathan code, you have the right to wager for an item the mercenary is carrying. You'll stake some of your gold, and the duel commences. If you lose, you forfeit the levied gold, and the mercenary will teleport out, repulsed at such a poor display. Win, however, and to the victor will go the spoils. In addition, if you win the duel, the mercenary will aid you as an ally for a number of areas. Trathan mercenaries are powerful allies to have in Rayclast, assisting in a number of ways. Some mercenaries can provide you with powerful auras and buffs, while other mercenaries can do all the killing for you. While in map areas, if you don't like anything the mercenary offers, you have the ability to request their warrant. A warrant is a promise to return and duel again at a later date. A call to action that calls that specific mercenary to a future map, with the same set of skills, but a new set of items. A mercenary will only grant their warrant once, however, preventing you from fighting that mercenary in every single area. Warrants also allow you to trade specific mercenaries to other players. It is important to note that unlike in Mercenaries of Trathis League, having a mercenary does not count as a player party member. So having a mercenary does not increase monster life or the quantity and rarity of items dropped from monsters. Given that, you may be wondering, but what if I really like a mercenary I found? They have a great personality and powerful skills. Is there really no way I can keep them as an ally permanently? Well, you can, but only if you are a Scion. For the second time in 6 months, the Scion is getting a new Ascendancy class, the Luminary. The Luminary is a natural leader, lighting the way for others to follow. Becoming a Luminary immediately lets them allocate the Noble Blood passive, allowing them to permanently hire any mercenary they find in Ray class. Luminaries can have up to 3 permanently hired mercenaries, 2 in reserve in towns and hideouts, and 1 as an active ally in combat. Unlike with regular mercenaries, you can change the items permanently hired mercenaries have equipped, opening up innumerate potential build possibilities. By default, permanently hired mercenaries cannot be equipped with unique items, but these passives enable them to equip specific types of uniques. While the Legendary Arms passive empowers mercenaries that have many different unique items equipped. Luminaries have the flexibility of becoming a support character to their mercenary, or having their mercenary support them. The Oath of Fealty and Golden Glory passives empower your mercenary by using your link skills on them. The Loyal Bodyguard and Bestowed Knighthood passives enable your mercenary to protect you in combat, as well as enhancing their aura skills. As with any old league that we add to the core game, we have added full Atlas Tree and Scarab support. Here are just a few examples. These passives allow you to much more easily target the specific types of mercenaries you want showing up in your maps. The Loot and Pillage passive gives mercenaries a chance to drop all their items when defeated, instead of just the one you selected. The Trathan Scarab of Renown makes it so the spawned mercenary is covered head to tail in unique items. And the Trathan Scarab of Infamy forces a more powerful, infamous mercenary to spawn, accompanied by 2 other mercenaries for a truly unfair duel. Unfair for them. There's even a few entirely new mercenary types, one of which is found exclusively on the seafloor in rare Curse of the Allflame encounters. Sellswords of Trathis won't be the whole of your problems in 329, however, as the denizens of the Lightless are getting some much needed updates for the modernization and rework of Abyss. When we brought Abyss over to Path of Exile 2 and Rise of the Abyssal, some functional changes to the mechanic were made to improve the gameplay significantly. In Curse of the Allflame, the majority of those changes will be making their way back to Path of Exile 1. The existing Abyss content had some notable problems. Aside from being very dated, it also required the player to follow a crack as it opens, often backtracking throughout already cleared areas. Now, as you approach an abyssal pit, and the cracks leading up to it, you will find that it is already open and spilling forth abyssal energy into the surrounding area, subjugating the souls of enemies unlucky enough to be within its influence. Slaying these enemies will send those souls spiraling down into the pit, drawing the attention and ire of the minions of Kulamark that dwell beneath. Slay enough of them, and the Abyssal Legion will spill forth from their domain to tear you apart. The upshot of this rework is twofold. Firstly, there is now much more visceral feedback in the moment-to-moment gameplay of Abyss, with audio and visual cues drawing the player along. And most importantly, you'll never need to chase a meandering abyssal crack around a map ever again. No more backtracking. However, be on your guard. The abyssal minions of Kulamark have some different tricks up their sleeves in Tier 1. and many employ entirely different skills to those of their PoE2 counterparts. To be clear, there are still some aspects of the existing Abyssal system that we will be keeping. Abyssal jewels and items with Abyssal sockets will remain. In fact, we have given Abyss a similar treatment to what we did with Dell fossils in our last release, moving Abyssal rewards out of other areas of the game to make Abyss the exclusive source of Abyssal jewels and Stygian vices. This will also come with a complete refresh of Abyssal Scarabs and Atlas passive tree investment, with some truly dangerous and wild new ways to take on the Lightless Hordes. Lastly for Abyss, but definitely not least, Abyss is bringing an entirely new endgame pinnacle boss, with its own set of brand new unique items. This boss has a very unique way of accessing it. What does this eyeball do? Good luck figuring this one out. Let's move on to our next league being reworked, Legion. Every league should have distinct and interesting rewards that are exclusively available from that mechanic. This allows players to specialize in certain corners of the game, rewarding those who engage with a given mechanic. Legion is next on our list to receive this treatment. Despite having a unique combat mechanic, we felt Legion didn't have interesting exclusive rewards outside of Timeless Jewels. While incubators were technically exclusive to Legion, they effectively granted the same rewards that you could get elsewhere. So, what are we doing about it? Firstly, incubators are being removed. No longer will you have to remember to apply incubators to all your equipment every few maps. Instead, we will be adding a new type of reward exclusive to Legion, the Stygial unique items. Legion generals and maps will have a chance to drop a new type of currency item, Enshrouding Crystals. These can be used on your unique armors. You can then take the enshrouded item to the domain of Timeless Conflict, which might look a little bit different to what you remember. A giant crystal emerges from the center of the domain, and there appears to be some sort of entity trapped inside, potentially the reason that these armies are engaged in eternal conflict. At the base of the crystal are a number of smaller crystals. Clicking on one allows us to place our enshrouded item inside. As we then kill monsters in the domain of Timeless Conflict, our gloves within the crystal begin to transform. And once you have killed enough, the crystal becomes volatile and looks ready to fracture. I wonder what will come out. Our Shaper's Touch transformed into a Malaghero's Virtuosity, but now the Malaghero's Virtuosity has a trace of the original enshrouded item bestowed upon it, in the form of a vestigial implicit modifier. As you can see, enshrouding crystals allow you to transfer powerful modifiers from one unique item onto another. Here are some more examples of vestigial unique items. Helmets, boots, gloves, shields, and body armors. In addition to vestigial items, we are also making a number of small improvements to Legion. You no longer need to kill every last monster to begin the Legion encounter. Breaking out all the key monsters, chests, and the majority of monsters will be enough to start the combat automatically. No more cheeky single monster hiding in the corner, preventing your encounter from starting. Legion monsters drop fewer splinters, but in larger stack sizes, resulting in fewer clicks in each encounter. Unrelenting Timeless Emblems have been removed, with regular Timeless Emblems absorbing many of their effects, causing the domain of Timeless Conflict to become harder, but more rewarding as you kill monsters. Your reward progress in the domain is now tracked by charging up these small purple crystals, rather than flooding your screen with hundreds of reward icons. The rewards are still the same, just not obscuring your screen with symbols. Talismans were introduced back in 2015, but over the years they've been long neglected and lack a meaningful place or purpose. We are making a number of changes to bring talismans back to relevance. Firstly, talismans are now exclusive rewards from Bestiary. Every red beast has a chance to drop a talisman specific to that beast. For example, the Krashik Croaker can drop the Croaker Talisman. What makes these talismans special? Well, you'll notice a couple of changes compared to old talismans. Firstly, talismans no longer drop corrupted, making them far easier to craft once you find one. Secondly, the special modifiers on talismans are now enchantments, rather than implicits. This means they compete with blight anointments, allowing their effects to be significantly more powerful than before. Here are a few more examples of new talismans. Talisman unique items have all been improved, and now have a chance to drop from all bestiary bosses. Check out the new Eyes of the Great Wolf talisman, which has some crazy possibilities. So that is everything covering the new and reworked League mechanics in 3.29. Now, that's already quite a lot of endgame content, with mercenaries returning, an upgraded Abyss, Legion's new reward mechanic, and of course, everything the Curse of the Oriflame League has to offer. But even with all of that, we're not done. Because what about the Atlas itself? Given Zana's actions to try and destroy it in the last 2 expansions. Zana's actions are causing the Atlas to become ever more destabilized. Strange locations have begun to manifest on the Atlas, many of which seem to be bleeding over from familiar places in Rayclast. Kerak has labelled these as anomalies. When you complete maps affected by a Voidstone, there is a chance that when you next open your Atlas, an anomaly may manifest. Like this one, the Mana Foyer. Like regular maps on the Atlas, you can select them at your map device, but unlike regular maps, these don't require an item to enter. It looks like this area is the abode of Cadero Perandus. Cadero is willing to offer valuable items in exchange for our gold. If you don't like what is on offer, you can reject it, and he will immediately offer another item. The next offer will cost more gold, but hopefully is much more valuable to you. If you don't have enough gold for the offered item, don't worry. Cadero is happy to wait for you to replenish your coffers. You can return to the area at any time. The anomaly will not disappear from the Atlas until you either purchase an item or reject all his offers. Anomalies are unique in this regard. Unlike other locations on the Atlas, these areas can often be revisited. Let's quickly run through a few of the anomalies that can manifest. Reflecting Mists and the Nameless Seer no longer randomly spawn within maps, but instead now appear in their own anomaly areas. Scrying is no longer the domain of the Nameless Seer, but instead can be done through the new, tradable Scrying Orb. Some anomalies grant a taste of League mechanics you might not normally run, without having to be fully invested into them. For example, this anomaly creates a random, fully revealed heist blueprint wing, with random rogue companions. This anomaly has a version of the Sacred Grove, where the plants have fully taken over. This strongbox seems to have a strange mechanism. Atlas anomalies are unaffected by your Atlas skill tree, and you can't augment them using any fragments. Therefore, they can be run at any time without feeling like they have to be saved for later to maximize the potential rewards. There are many more Atlas anomalies to discover for yourselves, each of them tied to a specific Atlas quadrant. It is therefore worth discovering which ones can spawn in each part of the Atlas, as it may influence what Atlas strategy you wish to pursue. So that is a heap of new challenges to encounter, from the League and the in-game. But you may be asking, what new tools do we have to face these challenges? In 3.29, we are giving a bit of love to spellcasters, specifically those that cast spells themselves. But first, let's address the elephant in the room that astute players may have noticed. Yes, I'm talking about those socket colors. So, after the better part of 2 decades, in 3.29, we're making a fairly radical change. Sockets, at a basic level, don't have colors anymore. You can now put any colored gem into any socket. We're doing this to address a long-running issue for both new and experienced players. I'm sure almost everyone who has played before has run into the issue of finding a notable upgrade and have struggled to find a way to equip it. Maybe you find an amazing body armor, one that would give you a substantial boost to your defenses, but you just can't move your skill or support gems over because the colors of the sockets just don't match, and you didn't luck out with your chromatic orbs. It's not fun when you have to unequip a bunch of skills or supports just to use a better item. This can still happen with the socket numbers and socket links, so it's not like it's just purely trivial, but the colours were just unnecessary, and not only prevented upgrading gear, it limited build experimentation. So, given that, what do the colours on gems with regards to sockets even now mean? Well, the colours on gems for sockets are still relevant, just as an upgrade system. You can still find items with coloured sockets, and you can craft them onto items. They are just rarer and more powerful. Most importantly, they don't restrict what can be socketed into them. So how are they more powerful? Well, if you were to find an item with, say, a green socket, you can put a green gem inside of it to get an additional quality bonus to that gem. This allows socket colours to be a purely positive outcome on an item, while not just simplifying the system away. You can also still change the colour of sockets on your items using a chromatic orb, which now guarantees at least one red, blue, or green socket. This change will make it easier for everyone to upgrade items and maintain their build, especially while progressing. Speaking of builds and gems, we wanted to make sure we improve some of those, specifically for spellcasters. Let's get into that. Spellcasters have a large number of different skills to choose from, but often many skills play and scale in similar ways. We have done a pass through existing spells, differentiating spell damage types from each other. For example, Shadow's physical spells, like Ethereal Knives and Bladefall, now have a much higher critical strike chance than other spells at the expense of damage. Pure Lightning spells now all have generally higher cast speeds, but they cost more mana per second than other spells. We noticed that some of the Ascendancy classes for Shadow, Witch, and Templar were lacking options for general spellcasting, so we've added a new notable to the Assassin, the Occultist, and the Inquisitor. We are also introducing a new skill, Mana Infused Staff, that infuses your staff with arcane energy, raising your block chance and reducing the mana cost of your spells. In addition, when you are hit by an enemy, you retaliate with a wave of arcane lightning, dealing damage based on your maximum mana. One of the struggles we noticed with certain self-cast archetypes was that they lacked a scaling option in the endgame. In 329, we're adding a special new set of exceptional skill gems called Pacts. Each pact is themed around a specific Beyond demon and Lycia. You can make a bargain with these demons to empower your spells, but at what cost, you may ask? Well, these spells don't have a typical cost, but instead cause the player to gain a special affliction debuff. Don't worry too much though, the rewards will be worth it. For example, Pact of Baydat causes many of your different spells to just cause a ruckus, while Pact of Gore is for dot builds. Using this pact will plague your enemies. Just cast it and watch everything around you melt. I wonder what Pact of Lycia and Pact of Katash do. We won't go into the specifics of all the balance changes we are making here, but there are many more caster improvements, including buffs to specific spells and supports, buffs to caster unique items, as well as more and better ways to solve mana. Check out the patch notes later for all the details. Next up, we're going to be talking about the new supporter packs for Curse of the Allflame. Today, we're launching 2 new series of supporter packs, the Plague and Remedis packs. Each tier contains the pack's full face value in points, alongside several exclusive microtransactions. As always, the microtransactions in these packs are purely cosmetic and do not affect your character's power or progression in any way. The Plague series of supporter packs contains 7 exclusive microtransactions. Equipping the Plague weapon skin replaces the default appearance of your staff, sword, mace, or shield with a weapon that has been submerged in corrosive toxins. The Plague Rat Pet is the result of a nefarious experiment. When a unique enemy is nearby, it faints as a defensive mechanism to protect its fragile body so it can continue to spread disease. The metal of the Plague Bearer armor set has corroded, and the cloth has begun to disintegrate from being exposed to such toxic elements. It includes the Plague Bearer back attachment, which spreads disease across the ground in town areas, maximizing the chance of infection. A diseased swarm infects your weapon when using the Plague Bearer weapon effect. Use it alongside the Erupting Pustule's rare finisher effect to spread vile and devastating disease to monsters you kill. Activating the Plague Wraith map device causes the plagued energy to flow from the chained being. Given the goal of spreading such illness is to end the lives of as many as possible, the map device tracks kills in kind, showing you the number of enemies killed in each map, sorted by rarity. Feel free to even pin the count of enemies slain in a map to the leaderboard at your leisure. Pair it with the putrefying portal to fully immerse yourself in the Plague Propagator experience. Both the map device and the portal emit such a potent putrefaction that even the birds flying overhead cannot survive, as they plummet to the ground around it. The Remedis Pack series also contains 7 exclusive microtransactions. The Remedis weapon skin changes the appearance of your staff, wand, scepter, or shield, with relics once used by the Order of the Remedis Knights against the plague. The Medi Roa pet is kitted out with all the supplies necessary for healing in remote locations. Strangely, these rowers seem to have a particular fondness for goblin meat. The Remedis Knight armor set is bestowed upon those tasked with travelling through Rayclast to purge the sick of their diseases. The matching back attachment cleanses the disease left behind on the ground in town areas by the Plague Bearer back attachment. It's an important job of a Remedis Knight to not let disease take over. Help by doing your part. The Remedis Knight weapon effect funnels the divine power of purification into your weapon. Return to the Saints' End Monastery hideout to recuperate from your purifying duties. Once a thriving centre for curing ailments, this monastery has slowly wasted away while lying unused. If you're feeling brave enough, there's even a platform to dive into the purifying waters below before washing back up at the base of the hideout. Last, but not least, use the Reservoir of Benediction Affinity Stash to store all of your elixirs. This stash opens to your stash tab with the Flask Affinity set. Additionally, all microtransactions from the supporter packs are available for use in Path of Exile 2. We're looking forward to seeing which of you choose to become the plague and spread disease across Rayclast, or those who wish to fight against it by becoming a Remedis Knight. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. We're just about to start the Q&A with Ziggy D. Afterwards, we'll post the full patch notes for Path of Exile, Curse of the Orflame, at 11 AM New Zealand time, 4 PM Pacific. With release at the end of next week, our community team will be posting crucial information you'll need for the release. Keep an eye on the news.
The Orflame. Calls us to the sea.
ein neues dazu. Ein genialer Trick der Natur, der Wasserkreislauf genannt wird. Und so funktioniert er. Der allergrößte Teil der Erde ist mit Wasser bedeckt. Meere, Seen und Flüsse. Dazu kommen noch die Eisberge, Gletscher und Schnee. Gefrorenes
G'day
Wasser.
Exiles, and welcome back for another Q&A for 3.29. We are joined here by, it's a little bit cozier here than usual. We have game director Mark Roberts, along with lead game designers on Path of Exile 1, Octavian and Andrew. And Andrew, welcome. This is your first time joining us on Q&A. It's good to have you here. You have been on some other podcasts and things in the past before, but it's exciting to have you all here for the podcast. I kind of want to give people a bit of a lay of the land of like what it is that each of you, like Octavian and Andrew, work on for Path of Exile, so people can kind of understand where your expertise lies, maybe.
Yeah, so for Path of Exile 1, I've been working on it for primarily for quite a few years now. And typically I'll dip my hands into everything and related to the expansion. However, in the last few expansions, Chris has been handling the majority of the League stuff, and I typically handle most of the other bits and bobs. So yeah, for example, in this one, things like Mercenary and Legion and the balance, I would have had a hand in.
Yeah, and you certainly did a lot on the balance side of things. It looks like you did 150 skills or something.
When the patch notes come out, you'll see the changes there, so.
It's a lot.
That's a later nuke, so.
And what about for you, Octavian? What do you kind of focus on for people who are not familiar?
So the last few leagues, Mercenaries, Mirage, and now Curse of the Allflame, I've been sort of leading the design on the league mechanic itself. And then basically wherever else I'm needed. So this time around, I did the new Abyss Pinnacle boss. So you can blame me if he kills you. I did a bunch of new uniques, some transfigured skills that'll be in the patch, because that's a pet project of mine. I really like transfigured skills. And probably some other stuff I'm forgetting. But yeah, I mean, mostly the league this time. It's a chunky one.
Yeah. I mean, that was where I was originally planning on starting, was like talking about Curse of the Allflame, where we collect chat's questions and then dive into some of the other things, Mirage, Abyss, Legion, balance, crafting. There's a lot of things to talk about today. But obviously the biggest news is the socket color change. It's the one everyone kind of seems to want to know about from what I've seen. It's a weird one because it's such a long-standing tradition, and there is I felt like the initial I feel like I should be mad or something, but I was like, but I'm not. I'm curious, how did this one come about after being unchanged for so long?
We actually discussed this change on Mirage launch day. So
okay,
often on just to give some history to it. So on launch day, when there isn't a burning fire,
nice.
We're all sitting there designing okay, what are we doing next? What are we starting on Monday? I know people think we have a long plan ahead. We don't. Launch day is when we design the next set of content. And a thing that we decided is we worry the message now is that PoE 2 is for the new audience and PoE 1's for the existing audience only. And it is obviously for the existing audience, obviously. But we also want to make sure we're bringing in new players, and we want to make sure that that audience is growing, because if you aren't growing the audience, it's only got one way to go, right? That's down. Now hopefully it'd be naive to assume it can just sustain the exact same numbers forever with the exact same players, right? People do eventually move on, whatever. So we want the audience to grow, and so when we actually go and look, or when we were discussing this with Mirage, we're like, let's actually think, why are people getting into the game and then stopping playing? What are the points of friction and where we're losing the audience? And sockets is a huge one. Now, we had already discussed this for PoE 2, because PoE 2 removed skilled gems off gear, right?
Yeah.
So we kind of already were a bit educated in this, and we're like, but the line we drew, some people were like, why not remove them entirely off the gear, like you did with PoE 2? But there are, I would say, I feel this way, and a number of people feel this way, when first playing PoE 1, or six, whatever, long time ago.
A decade and a half ago.
There were two things about the game that really caught me and my group of friends and propagated along, and maybe you guys feel the same way, I'm not sure, which was, I opened the passive tree and fell in love, And I also was like, holy, skills are in your gear and the links are in your gear. That is like, that's awesome. That's so, the innovation behind that is so cool. So not wanting to lose the skills and sockets in gear in PoE 1, I think is, you know, it's a personal line, sure, but I think a lot of people share it, of not wanting to lose that entirely, but also it doesn't need to be so having so many layers of friction. And so obviously you got the numbers, you got the links, and then you got the colors. And often what we're finding is that, sure, seasoned players, veterans, they work around it, sure. But, or honestly, they don't even necessarily, I talk about the gear upgrades, sometimes you don't even need the gear upgrades. You know, you can just, once you know what you're doing, you know what you're doing. But yeah, we're finding a lot of players early game who are struggling, who are trying to get those gear upgrades, just can't, and often it's because of the colors. And so we're like, well, we want to remove that friction, but also we don't want to just like simplify it down to nothing, because we still want in-game players to have an access of itemization that's important. And so we're like, we still want the colors to come in, we still want it to be important for upgrading your gear, we want it to be a chase end-game thing players can do, and we honestly think that this hits both of those, and it now allows a lot of people to get into the game easier, make upgrades of their gear without going, I don't know what to do, like my gear's been the same since level 3 because I can't replace this, or like one piece of gear or another piece of gear, and because they don't want to break their links or their skills or their support. So yeah, honestly, that's where it came about. And but the broader discussion is like, we need to get people in the door, we need to get people to stop quitting, and we need to have like when they get overwhelmed and they're like, I don't know what to do, it feels complicated, and this was part of that. So, you know, I wouldn't expect this to be the last change along that axis of us going, let's remove these barriers of entry. You know, in the future we want to make more. But yeah, honestly, I think, you know, generally speaking, almost everyone internally has been pretty positive, but everyone has that, whoa, you're changing this sacred thing. And even we had it. When we were in the room, we're like, oh, are we doing this?
Are we allowed to do this?
Like, what? Do we need to, you know, like, hold on, do we need to like call a council of the founders here? Like, do we, what are we supposed to do here? Like,
well, I kind of heard that basically did happen. Yeah. Like, you guys called around to some of the other people.
Yes, we did, yes. So it was, even we were like, are we allowed? But then also I think it is really important that we can reassess these fundamentals and actually go and say, nah, this needs to change. Now hopefully it's amazing, and hopefully everyone finds it to have less friction and late game get better itemization and all of that. But you know, these things, if they don't quite land, we're always just going to make another iteration and change it. That's what we do.
I was like, so I've done a playthrough of the campaign while here, and I with this in particular, because I had that feeling like, oh, it's so sacred and so ancient. I feel like I was coming at it from an angle of being hypercritical, looking for any potential issues with it, but it felt like it was just so much easier to change gear and swap my gear around. Like, ultimately, that's the thing. You talk about this for a lot for new players, but I see this as like a huge win for long-term players, because playing a game for over a decade, you start to notice these kind of points of exhaustion is kind of what I think of them as, where you're like, oh, this just grinds me down a little bit each.
Oh, that is something I did. It was intended for a newer audience, but 100% all the feedback from Alpha, from internal, you know, our designers and QA generally has been like, hell yeah.
It just makes the campaign smoother. I'm using a greater variety of gear. I'm upgrading my gear more often. It feels good. And the quality one surprised me a bit, because that is actually like pretty, you don't usually interact with quality at all in the campaign. You're not going to get any GCPs until the end game, right? But that, I was actually kind of looking at the quality on my gems, and you know, I was like, oh, this really benefits from that. I'm getting an extra spark on my spark while I'm leveling, and you know, so that felt like actually a pretty fun thing to engage with, and getting one socket color here and there felt like a meaningful thing. So
it worked out really nicely as an axis for still rewarding getting, you know, some of the correct colors.
Yeah.
Because quality innately is much more powerful on your active skill than it is your support gem.
Yeah.
So it's kind of okay if you only have a few of the colors, because you put your strongest skill in the you know, you put your strongest gem in your links, which is your active skill, into the color that it matches. And then it's nice to get the other colors correct, but you know, getting the other colors correct is like 5% increased damage, whereas getting the one color you really need correct, which is quite easy to do is, you know, potentially an extra projectile or 10% more damage or something like that.
Yeah, every time a chrome dropped, I was like, looking for a good base to drop that on so that I could, you know, chuck my spark gem or something else in there.
It has the added bonus of there's another currency that's like, you know, it's not like a divine orb level ding when you drop it, but it's nice to see. You know, you're excited to see a chromatic now and then.
Yeah, it was kind of funny that like chromatic went from being like less valuable than, you know, jewelers and fusings to being the most value out of those now.
Yeah, just to clarify, chromatics are much rarer now than they were before.
Yes.
I won't say exactly how rare they are, but we've made changes to, like, for example, if you vendor a 6-socket item that has chromatic colors, you won't get 7 jeweler orbs, you'll get a chromatic orb instead.
Oh, I was wondering if there was some sort of recipe. I thought you guys might keep it secret or something.
Oh no, that's the existing chromatic recipe. That still works.
Okay.
But it has higher priority than the jeweler's
Our list
orb
of recipes, if it meets 2 conditions, there's always it has an order of precedence, so we moved the chromatic above the jeweler's.
It's more valuable now. I see, that makes sense. Did you guys have to mess with quality at all now that there's going to be kind of 30% is just going to be somewhat wildly available now? Like, does that break anything?
No, it is basically a bit power creepy, but I think we had to make a number of changes to existing uniques that interact with socket colors, but I think the only one that really got a nerf was Diala's Malefaction. Instead of granting 30% quality to green socket gems, it's now 20%.
Okay.
But if you put a green socket gem in, it's 30%, which is what it had before, so...
and that's my follow-up question is, there's uniques that interact with socket colors. Have these sorts of things been updated? In particular, I was like wondering, like, do you guys do anything with Tabula Rasa or just kind of leave it, I imagine? I don't know.
It didn't need to change.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of just like,
Six link, still a 6 link, yeah.
Still 6 link.
Yeah, but Skin of the Loyal and Lords, they just generate with 6 coloured sockets.
Yeah.
So you still want to get the right colours, but...
Yeah, but it's much easier to actually use them now.
What else did you do? Pariah?
Yeah, so we audited all of them. Some of them we were like, this is not a good unique, we should buff it. So Pariah, for example, is one that is now much stronger than it used to be. Yeah, there's subtle changes, but in general, like the design of the uniques didn't really need to change at all, like Triad Grip and the Untouched Soul, those type of things.
I just realized this makes like a favorite thing for me is like early league buying like a corrupted 6 link and finding the right colors for that was sometimes tricky, but now like you can use any, right? Because you can put a blue gem in a green socket, you just don't get the bonus.
Yeah, Skin of the Loyal's early league is going to be far more accessible now.
Yeah, cool. Interesting. So that inadvertently kind of makes 6 links much more available early league, it seems. It's like something maybe you wouldn't even really think about with this, but there you go.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Yeah, all right, cool. Valves did a thing with sockets, so I imagine that changed, right?
Well, to clarify, when you do get a socket color, so for example, if you're using like a strength base type, you still have, when a socket generates, it's still got a much higher chance to be a red socket compared to a blue or green socket. So it still rolls socket colors based on the attribute requirements. Now, a Val Orb does what it used to do before, where when it's generating socket colors, it can still re-roll socket colors.
Yeah.
I think instead of granting white sockets, now it does the inverse and it grants a colored socket.
Yeah, so
but that colored socket will just be a random red, green or blue. It won't care about the attribute requirements of the item.
So a way to get off colors or something, maybe. Yep. Interesting. I imagine the crafting bench probably changed. But then again, with chromes being more expensive, maybe it didn't need to.
So a chromatic orb guarantees a colored socket, but we also have crafting bench options which guarantee 2 colored sockets and guarantee 3 colored sockets. But for varying amounts of chromatic orbs. I can't remember the exact numbers.
And now that they're going to be much more valuable as well, that makes sense. It almost kind of solves itself there. Well, super interesting. I look forward to seeing how people feel about that after they've had a chance to play around with it. My impressions of that have been pretty positive so far. If anything, like, I guess if there's any negative I could probably nitpick about it, it seems that maybe like it removes some of the identity from those items, mostly more in the campaign where you're not seeing their colors come up all that often. So like armor, energy shield thing is not necessarily as distinct from an invasion thing, since you can change them around a lot more. Was that something you guys were worried about at all with this?
Not really.
You think
a little bit. I understand that it is, especially from the visuals.
Yeah.
But like the item holds itself, you know, and with respect to its defense type, its mods. But yeah, I mean, I get that